Hey, I'm Poole. I play Leon Leigh, and I'm the son of Rosalind, sort of the enigmatic narrator of the story. And basically, Leon is working hard to clean up his past. He's here to clean out his mother's house and to kind of put to bed some demons. This was the opening shot of the scene. It's the first time we see a human being, and so I walk in and I see for the first time that my mother's home, which I've never visited, is filled with all of the objects that I've sold over the years as an antique dealer. So it's very much like a shrine to me, even though I've been sort of incommunicado. I think the challenges of this role are to find a very real and human core to the movie, to be a bit of a conduit for the audience through this museum. I mean, it's a very technical shoot, highly composed shots, and we really need to obviously have somebody that we can hang our hat on at the center, this character. So the challenges for me have been primarily around building a lot of detailed relationships with the objects in the house. For that, I've had to do a lot of memory work, almost piecing together the epochs in my own life as they could relate to Leon's and his relationship with his mother and with his father in the past. So it's a lot of backstory work that I haven't, frankly, had to do for a role before, because it's a silent piece. It's a technical piece, and a lot of it just needs to come through the eyes and through the silences. I think that the long shots don't really pose a specific problem, but the challenge for me is keeping that, there's almost like the architect's brain, making sure that I'm hitting marks, I'm getting the timing, because the camera will often drift off of me and move into another room and then find me in another location. So the architect is basically moving the character in time to hit the mark, and then he turns off, the architect does, and it's basically the actor brain at that point. So there's a lot more technical issues that I'm having to deal with on this shoot than in other ones. But I'm finding the more that we do it, it's a bit like a dance. Me and the steadicam are able to kind of time things out, and the architect doesn't interrupt the actor as much as the first couple takes. I mean, I think that Leon feels a certain sort of darkness in his past. There was a bit of like a spiritual, emotional abuse that occurred. All of us have issues with our parents. We have beefs that we try to figure out through our 20s. And Leon happened to leave, when he was a teen, in order to figure out these issues that he had with his mom. So he's just come to a point in his life where, he's got some success, and so he's able to spend some time on that sort of internal work, and it just happens to coincide with her death and a weekend when he has to clean out her house. So the objects from his personal collection are sort of relics. They're not just these objects, they're very sort of potent psychological relics that force him to confront some of that stuff that he thought he had laid to rest.
Well, for the most part, your character is all we see for most of the movie, so that's right. A lot of pressure on you to be the centerpiece of this whole exercise. Is that intimidating? Is it a challenge that you welcome?
I mean, it's definitely. I definitely welcome the challenge of being pretty much the only actor in a movie. My friends would say that I definitely love that kind of thing. But for me, I had to get over sort of the intimidation in order to be able to execute. And coming into this house, I realized that I may be the only human, but the star is absolutely the collection of antiquities. That's what's going to give the film its fabric, and frankly, the way the light's falling on it is just beautiful. So, thus far, I'm able to manage the pressure.